would be helpful if I turned on the microphone. I'll try that again. Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to another live stream at How to Get Creative. Hello, River City. Is it Deborah? I can't remember for sure. I don't know where my list is. I lost my list. Hi, Sylvia. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Arabella. You can see and hear. That's a good thing. Hi, Joni. Oh, it's good to see you. I have Melody and Cindy, Joy, Shauna, Curly T. Hi, Dorothy. Thank you. Same to you. Hi, Chris. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you got it, Chris. Lori, Linda McAllister. Hi, Elaine. Thank you. Happy New Year to you, too. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Janet. Yes, it's Deborah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Betty Jo, Dar, Kimberly, and everyone. Cheers, everybody. It's a new year. It means it's time for let's ring in the new year with a Starbucks Americano. What do you say? I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad to be here. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Dana. It's good to be in a new year, I think. Although I have to tell you, this year started off with a bang so far. Hi, Ruth. Function of Light 1. I don't know what your name is, but welcome. Hi, Gail. Hi, Jana. I see all kinds of new names in the chat. Hello, Joycey. Hi, Sandy. Oh, Sandy, I haven't seen you for a while. It's good to see you. Okay, Joycey. If you hear the infamous sponsors back here behind door number 1, they've been in there for a while because I've been recording this morning, and so they're not too anxious to still be in there. And since I'm talking, who else would I talk to but them? Hi, Barbara. Hi, Nancy. Tell all. Hi, Tia. Oh, you're working on embroidery? Great. That's excellent. Well, let's see. New Year's Eve, the night before New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve, I was doing laundry. I'm gonna give away my. Never mind. I won't even say that. New Year's Eve, I was doing laundry, and it's like the dryer's not functioning quite right. Right? Hi, Miss Sally K. And hi, Nanette. Hi, Christy. Oh, it's so great to see you. Stephen, hey. Good. Welcome. Stephen, your quilting projects that you're working on, honestly, they're stunning. I have followed you on your sewing journey from the beginning, and you are, don't take this the wrong way, but you are like a dog with a bone in that you get a hold of something and you are not letting go of it for nothing, no how, no way, nobody, nothing's going to take that away from you, and you are going to get it, and you are going to just go for it and go for it. And that's exactly what I've watched you do. It's been really incredible to watch you. So kudos to you for your tenacity and what you have accomplished, because it is amazing. So I just wanted to put that out there. Please don't take what I said the wrong way. Oh, you said, okay, good. Let's see. Who else did I miss? Hi, Amber, Sheila, Carol. Boy, all kinds of people coming in here. Peg, hello. Yeah, so, oh my goodness, yes. So, anyway, the dryer wasn't sounding quite right. This is New Year's Eve. Wasn't sounding quite right. And I'm like, oh no, this, okay. They're nice appliances. I've had them for a few years. I didn't realize how many years was a few, but I'd had them for a little while. And so the next day, New Year's Eve, the appliance repair guy graciously came out, checked it out, and said, well, yeah, that part's dead and they don't make it anymore. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the dryer. There's not even a scratch on it. Not even a scratch. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Stephen. Same to you. Hi, Brenda. Yes, and so that was the story of that. And he said, well, you could stand in here and you could push the button every minute. But he said that might get old because it'll only run about a minute at a time. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. You have got to be flipping kidding me that I have to stand in here and push the thing every minute. So anyway, so we went to look at dryers on New Year's Eve. Do you guys, I don't know, have any of you bought a dryer recently? Have any of you bought a dryer recently? Those are expensive little things. And this dryer and I have been having to make friends with each other. We've had to be making friends with each other because I was so frustrated and angry that I needed it, but I wanted to hate it. Any of you ever feel like that? Any of you ever feel like that? Or you're like, Anyway, yeah. So anyhow, we have a new dryer. They brought it that afternoon and installed it. Bless their hearts. And they left. And so we've been getting acquainted. Before that, I don't know at what point I talked to you guys last about this, but, you know, I had to replace my car. Exactly, Janet. Making friends is easier than hanging it on the line, especially in this weather. But you know that I had to replace my car because a lady ran into my car. She ran a stop sign and totaled my car back in the end of August. And so we had to replace my car. So that got done. And a few weeks after that, Clausman's truck went four wheels up. Not in an accident, because the engine, it was an old truck. I mean, it's been around for a while. And so the engine died. Now I'm in Missouri. Yeah, so the engine died on the truck. So we had to then replace that. It's been a little crazy around here. It's been a little crazy. So anyway, it was okay with me that 2020 came in and was ready to be a new year, because I'm always, I don't know about you all, but I'm always invigorated by a new year. When the calendar turns over, there's something that's very significant about that for me. Some people don't have any significance attached to a new year. There's also, it seems it's more something, I don't know what, for me when it turns into a new decade. Not just because I'm older. Hey, Dawn. Hi, Rain. I mean, I love the new year. Absolutely love the new year. So, I mean, it's just been a lot lately, you know. It's just been a lot. So, anyway, I'm ready to just have fun. Oh, and then last night I was recording the class for the VIP members, which VIP members of How to Get Creative, your class is tomorrow. And I will have it ready for you by hook or by crook. So I recorded the entire class, and something went afoul with one of my computers. And so I put in the help, raised the white flag really quick to my son, who's in LA. Can you help me? No, couldn't help me because he was on the road. I'm like, okay, got it. So when he finally got someplace where he could talk to me about the situation, the computer that was doing the recording had locked up. It locked up, and it wouldn't stop recording. So I'd been recording for like 2 hours longer than is a whole long thing. It's a whole long thing. Whole long as Crafting Mama Shelley says, it was a whole long thing of ridiculousness. And anyway, the short version is I lost the entire recording. So I've been recording it again this morning. It's just crazy. Oh, crazy. Yeah, it's just been crazy. So anyway. So I've got 2/3 of it re-recorded today, and so I'm grateful for that. There's always something to be grateful for. There's always plenty to be grateful for. So, anyway, so welcome, and that's enough griping from me. That's enough drama for 35 people, 40 people, 100 people. We don't need any more drama. Be gone. So anyway, today is the first live stream of the new year, and I have a special announcement for you here in just a minute. Let's see. First of all, I want to say this is a live recording. It could be Barbara. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Where was I? Yes. So this is a live recording with a live chat. And those of you watching the recording after the fact, when it's not during the live stream, there's a scroll bar down at the bottom of the window. And if you want to bypass parts that you don't like, or you want to get around the chat and that kind of thing, just drag that little bar across. Just either with your finger or your mouse, you just drag it across. And you can just scrub right through the parts of me that you don't want to listen to. Or you could put me on mute. You don't have to listen to me that way either. Or you can click on the little gear icon and you can speed me up real fast. So there's all kinds of things you can do. I had a YouTube commenter that really didn't like me. I mean, really didn't like me. I don't know if it was male or female, but this person said to me that they were just telling me the things that nobody else is brave enough to tell me. Like, okay, this isn't a kids channel, so let me just tell you straight up, I really don't care what you think, whoever you are. Because I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. So there you go. So there you go. Hey, Clausman. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, this person went to great lengths to make sure that I got their message on multiple videos, and I'm like, talk to the hand, because I really don't care. But anyway, I'm just putting it out there that this is a stream for adults, and your little finger or your little mouse can go right across the bottom of that screen and just move me forward. So there you go. I know, Curly T, I agree with you. It's like, why? I don't know why anybody takes the time to have to make comments like that, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, moving on. So VIP classes tomorrow. Your email will go out later today because I haven't gotten it done yet with the details for your class tomorrow. Since I last saw you, there are 2 YouTube videos up. Function of Light, is that Pat? Wait a minute. Hi, Marianne. Function of Light, is that Pat? Tell me if that's who you are. Oh, thanks, Rain. I know, Amber, isn't that the truth? It's just crazy. It's crazy. Where was I? Yes, there's 2 videos that... Oh, there's Pat. Okay, gotcha. I was confused. See, this is what happens when you're trying to keep your thoughts straight, watch equipment, and read the chat. It's like sometimes I just get myself all kinds of distracted. Oh, Andrea. Okay. Welcome, Andrea. There are 2 videos that I put here on YouTube since I saw you last. One last month in December, we did a little bit of painting a wooden Santa ornament. And I didn't get very far with it because we had other stuff going on as well. So I did record that whole process of the painting, and it's a sped up version, but it is on YouTube. It's here, and it's a short video. It will take you through the whole process, so you can watch that. And the link to that is below the video in the description box. Click open the description box, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see it. The other one that I did was we do a New Year or a Christmas Eve tradition around here. It's called Sweet Petals. Sweet Petals, as I named the video, are probably the eighth, what did I call it? The eighth great sin of the world, or whatever. I don't know. Whatever I called it. Deadly sin. The eighth deadly sin. Oh, the sponsors aren't happy. They're at the door. Chance has his mouth pressed right up against the door. He can put his mouth right up against the crack, and that makes the meow louder, see? And they have such pretty meows anyway, being Siamese. But he gets right, and Charlie will do the same thing. They'll get right up next to that crack and go, wow, and it just echoes. It's just like a microphone. Megaphone, maybe. Any hoot. So we have a tradition of making sweet petals on Christmas Eve, and we've always done it live for the last, I don't know, however many years. It's been a tradition. This year I decided I would record it, and I would speed up and cut out all the drivel. And so what takes me about 3 hours to do, I cut down to about, I don't know, 15 or 20 minute video. And so you can watch that if you want. It is truly... make them at your own risk. There is a link below that video to the recipe. It's free, of course, and just, click the recipe, download it if you want. Make them at your own risk. They're deadly. They're deadly, 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 but they are really good. And we just pig out on them once a year, and then that's that. Then we have to wait for a whole year to do it again. So anyway. Oh, you were waiting for the sweet petals? Yes. I just couldn't do it live this year. I just couldn't, because I don't have my equipment in my kitchen. So I was going to have to do it on my phone, and trying to watch the chat and do it on my phone was going to be like next to impossible, because I didn't have any, Race wasn't here this year. We'll just put it there. So anyway, they are really good. All the butter, yes, it's like over half a pound of butter in those, but it does make quite a few. And we gave 2 pans to the neighbors, so we're generously fattened up the neighbors as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. So those 2 videos are there. The links, as I said, to the videos are in the description box below this one. Now, I'm going to give you this special announcement. Are you guys ready for this? Hey, Colleen. And anybody I missed, please know that I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for taking your time. I do appreciate it, and I'm glad that you're here. Special announcement is I had cut back my streaming to once a month, and have been doing that for, I think, a year or so, maybe a little over a year. I don't know, because I had too much going on. I still have a lot going on, but who doesn't? And so what I'm going to do is I am going to resume a weekly streaming schedule most of the time. On Fridays at the same time as you're watching this stream. They will be shorter streams, and but it'll give me a chance to answer questions and chat with you and do a little something creative and so forth. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and we're going to be working this year in an art journal, and so we're going to just play with whatever shows up that day. And so in order for me to do this, what I've been doing in the past, believe it or not, is preparing for the stream, doing whatever to get ready for the stream, right? Instead, what we're going to do is we are going to be spontaneous. And so you're going to have to be able to take me as I am, makeup or not, for preparation in place or not, but that's what we're going to do. And so the way that you're going to know that I'm going to stream is that I will always blast it out over social media. So I will be on, I am on Instagram. You'll find all my social media links, again, under this video. And so I blast it out. Blast may not be the right word, but I put it out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And so, the good old days, that's right. Okay, if you can handle spontaneous, we're in. So that is the special announcement. If I'm not going to be able to stream, and there may be the occasional Friday when I can't stream because of an appointment or something, there just won't be any announcements. Other than that, when I am streaming, I will put that information out. But I am going to endeavor to do it pretty much every Friday. But like I said, there'll be shorter streams. Okay? Okay, so there we go. Oh, I'm glad you guys are okay with it. Okay, so that's that. I do have a few things I want to show you that I received. And cross your fingers that everything works here. Cross your fingers and your toes that everything works here. Up first is my special my special gift from, and many of you will know who this is from. Yes, I got the special, I am now the proud owner of a Focus You Freak tag. Do any of you know where this came from? Hi, Shauna. Hi, Deb Crafty. Hi, Denise. Anybody else I missed? Tanya, Tori, anybody I missed, please know you're welcome. Yes, came from Janet. Janet's in the chat. She's listed as Janet M. Young in the chat. She's also a streamer. And so she made me my very own Focus You Freak tag because my camera, this camera that you're looking through at the moment, sometimes gets a little cantankerous. I love this tag. It is done in typical Janet style. Eileen might have helped her, I'm not sure. And it is just, I mean, everything Janet does is high quality. Okay, so I got this. It was in this lovely card, and I was so excited about it. And I thought, oh, this is so much fun. And I was communicating with her on, thanking her on Twitter. And she was hoping it would get here in December is when she was hoping it was going to get here. And she said she hoped that I wasn't offended or something about the backside. And I'm like, I never looked at the backside. Okay, so here's the backside. I hadn't even looked at it until she told me. You guys, is that funny or what? I am one of the elite, Elaine, that's right. Oh, did I see Race in the chat? He's there. Hey, Race. Race is my son, in case you didn't know. Race, did you see this? I hate to brag, but I've got a hot son and toothless sponsors. I'm telling you, I just laughed until I was on the floor. Hi, Desert Nana. Hi, Azure. I laughed until I was on the floor about that. Hi, Journey. I'm not kidding. Oh, gosh. Yep, hot son is in the chat. Anyway, Janet, thank you so much. I have had more fun. I've had this all over the house, so I could remember where it was, so I'd get up here with it for this to show you guys, because it's just fun. I really like using it as a bookmark too. So there you go. There is that. I got a couple of really beautiful cards. I had several cards, but I wanted to show you the ones that I know that are handmade. Not because I don't enjoy the rest of them, but I just think that you guys will really enjoy the handmade cards. So anyway, thank you again, Janet. This is from Jan. You guys will know her. A lot of you will know her as Lady True North. Jan. She spells Jan, J-A-E-N. And, oh, thanks, Janet. And so this was from Jan in Canada. And she lives at a place she calls Quail Hill. And she always makes really nice cards. She's very generous. I don't know if she's here or not, but hi, G. Hi, Sophia. Hey, Lena. Anybody else I missed? Gilly. Gosh, you guys, I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for coming and taking your time to be here. But Jan is so generous with things that she sends me. And she makes really neat cards. So I wanted to show you this one. I don't know if this is supposed to be a mandala, but it certainly reminds me of one. I think it's really, really neat. And it looks like it might have been watercolor, but I'm not certain. Hi, Joey. Sorry again. I can't really. I'm trying to catch everybody as they come in. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. That's good. So this is the card she sent, the inside, and she always sends a something from nature from their place. So this is balsam fir. Sending you a bit of balsam fir. Just scratch its bark to release the perfume and let the fragrance of Christmas now fill your room. But isn't that cool? Just a little piece of washi tape and a little piece of balsam fir. I just thought that was really neat. So I thought that was cool. And this one is from CB Carol. This one has so many layers. I mean, look at all that shine and all those layers and all that stuff. It's just amazing to me. I don't do cards like this. I don't do cards like this at all. So it's embossed in the background, and it's die cuts, and I don't know. And it's got jewels on it. It's got real diamonds on it. See? Real diamonds. She thinks a lot of me to send me real diamonds, let me tell you. Stamped on the inside. And I love this on the back. CB. How cute is that? Yeah. So anyway, CB's in the chat, I think. Yes. Hey, Xandra. So yeah, I just love that beautiful colors. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then this is from Xandra's in the chat, and this came from Xandra. I'm always just amazed at the thing. I'm amazed at what anybody does, honestly. Let's see if I can hold this where you can see it. Yeah. And to own a piece of art that someone does for me is so special. But this is an ornament. It's one of those squashed ornaments. And I think she used alcohol ink in it. You can ask her. Oh, thanks, CB. You can ask Xandra how she did it. I think she showed these. She did them on her stream, I believe. So you can go back. It was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think this is clay. I think this piece is clay that she's put on here. I think it's alcohol ink, maybe inside the ornament. The ornament, I think, is plastic. Yes. So that's a good thing. But she's got jewels, and I'm telling you, she's got so much detail on this. And Xandra look at the detail. The necklace, I think it's a snowflake, but I don't know, in her hand. And there's jewels up here, and it's really beautiful. And the light shines through it so nicely. And even the little trim at the little piece at the bottom. Really. Yeah, it really is. Xandra's our mermaid. She is our mermaid. And this is the card she sent. So not only did she make the ornament, she made a card too. I don't know where this kind of thing comes from. But you see how it See how it glitters and changes in the light? Beautiful. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And, and she pops all this stuff up. I'm telling you, I don't do any of this stuff. I'm lucky to get to get cards made that are one layer with a mat underneath them. But I mean, it is beautiful. Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She sent me and she wrapped it up. I mean, Sandra pays attention to every single detail when she sends you something, which is amazing. The tissue paper has dogs on it. The tissue paper has dogs on it. So cute. So cute. And I pulled off the tape, which I don't know if this is your logo. I'm assuming it is. Her business is paintandpaperstudio.com. And so I pulled those off the package because I thought I got to put those in my journal. Yeah, so they're kind of sticking on here waiting for me to put them in a journal. So anyway, so nice. Exactly. She is a mermaid posing in the human world. Yes, she is. So I did receive some cards from some other people that I didn't show you. Most of the other cards that I didn't show you were ones that were commercial cards, and I appreciate each and every one of them. I don't think I missed any of the handmade ones. Those are the ones I just thought you guys would really find enjoyable to see. Couple of other things that I thought I would show you. We wrapped up season 5 finally at How to Get Creative, which is the membership business. Listen to me. The membership website. This is what happens when you try to do things and talk and think all at the same time. Something that's like what's the old statement? Choose 2 out of 3, but you can't do all 3, only 2. Well, you just found out one that didn't work. Any hoot. I did not, Dorothy. I did not. Not yet. But you know how the mail is from here to there. From there to here. Not yet. I haven't been to the post office for a couple days either, so it could be there waiting. Hopefully. Hey, Becky. It is, Colleen. It is like think, talk, look, plan, get things, Anyway. So anyway, as I was saying, we wrapped up season 5 of HowToGetCreative.com, which is a membership website. We wrapped that up, and then all throughout December, I put up bonus classes. So I'm just going to show you one. I put up 4 bonus classes that were pretty much full-length classes. The difference between a bonus class and a regular season class is that the regular season classes come with a full set of class notes. The bonus classes don't have class notes, but they're not something that really needs class notes. So there you go. Anyway, so I'm going to show you this. This is one of the bonus classes. And mandalas or mandalas or mandalas or whatever, however you would like to say that word, it's all fine. It's all fine. Are one of my very favorite things in the whole world. And so this was one of the bonus classes. And these are some of my mandalas. You may have seen these. These are also featured on our Mandala Madness inspiration cards. There's also a link for those in the description box below the video. But these are 2 of my created mandalas, and so I showed how to put them on a canvas. So these are printed on fabric and then applied to these canvases. The reason, and then they're using various waxes. Some of them are the Finnabair waxes, and some of them are the Inca Gold waxes to age them and make them look like they've been around for a while. This whole process started with the fact that I was thinking about having some of my mandalas printed on canvas because you can do that through various services. Have your artwork, you send it to them, and they make it on a canvas. It's expensive, man. It is expensive. Yeah, it was real expensive. And oh, that's too bad, Dorothy. That's too bad. Well, hopefully they'll still get here. So anyway, I decided to see what I could do, and so this was the process. But these are those nice gallery wrapped thick pieces, so they can sit up on, sit on a desk, or you can hang them on the wall or whatever. But you don't have to frame them, and I think that's kind of fun. So anyway, it was nice. It was nice to be able to print them and make my own canvas. So it looks like it's been painted on the canvas. It has not, but it looks that way. So it was fun to do. So I thought I would show you those. And along the line of mandalas, I thought I'd show you this neat calendar I got real quickly, and then we will move on. I bought this the day after Christmas, so they had reduced the price of them, because calendars go to 50% off after Christmas. But what's interesting about this, what's not so great is that the calendar is really small. I like something that's got big numbers. So the numbers are small on this, but the calendar was cool. So there you go. Half price. It was worth taking a chance on, because you couldn't see what the calendar was really all about, because of course it's packaged in plastic. Right? But anyway, so you see how it's die cut? Well, each and every one of these are die cut. So it's just so interesting the way that they did it. So I just thought I would show it, just because it was unique. You see how it's die cut? So you have the combination of all the shapes, and then each one is its own interesting shape. And it has fun ideas for different embellishments, and I don't know, it's highly reflective, so you probably can't see a whole lot of it, but you'll kind of get the idea. I just thought it was really kind of an interesting concept. I'm not sure I would have paid full price for it, but it was definitely worth half price. So it was fun, It's nice to have the different, the unique shape, You don't see that very often in calendars. And there's December. So there, yeah. So I thought that was pretty fun. So I just thought I would show you that. And I think that is it for the stuff I wanted to show you. I think we're done with show and tell. I have much more, but we don't need to go there. Okay? Okay. I found it in it was a booth, a kiosk that was in our local mall, where they set up every year and they sell calendars and games. That's where I found it. I just thought it was fun. Yeah. Okay. Let's get on with the show, although we're not going to call it a show. We're just going to call it a time in Barb's studio. How about that? So tell me what you guys have been up to. Chris would have bought multiples. Yeah. Chris, by the way, Chris C. Chris put in there what your little dolls are called, and dolls may not be the right term. Your figures that you make, put in the name of those. And if you would put your Instagram handle there so people can go and follow you if they're on Instagram, so they can see your absolutely adorable figures that you make. They are really beautiful. Such nice quality. The calendar came from one of those, just a kiosk in the middle of the mall, where they're only set up for a little while during the Christmas season. Hey, Margaret. Okay, so Allie K is sewing Christmas gifts, coin pouches. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, and doing Janet's scavenger hunt. Yeah, Janet M. Young, that's on here. She's doing a scavenger hunt this year. So if you like doing that and it's in a journal, if you enjoy doing being challenged with scavenger hunt, they're a lot of fun. You can find out about that from her. Building a 1/6 dollhouse for grand niece, which is a horrible scale. Taking up half your living room. Well, there you go. You're up for a challenge apparently, huh? And Barbara is putting stuff that she's been hoarding and putting it in art journals. That's cool. Working with mixed media art paper dolls. Oh, that's cool, Arabella. That's neat. Okay, Chris's little figures are called Littles by Chris, right? And her Instagram is Littles by Chris. You can see it there, Chris C. You really do need to check out what she does on Instagram. They're adorable. They really are. And Fast Quilter is still making Christmas cards. Fast Quilter, I forgot your name. I'm sorry. And Becky's trying not to take on too much for the new year. She's doing Dee Dee's hashtag Comp Book 2020 project, the UFO challenge with All People Quilt. Sounds like a lot already. Linda McAllister. Oh, your mojo is on a world trip. There you go. Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, and Betty Jo's trying to get a head start on each holiday as it comes. You know, if you figure out the secret sauce to that, share it. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to go into this art journal. And this art journal, I made this cover for it months ago. I've had the art journal forever. That might be an exaggeration, but I've had it for a long time. And so we're going to take the cover off because I made it removable. Cover is removable. This is a Dina Wakley art journal. I've had it for a long time. Still has the wrapper on it, which is just totally ridiculous. Anyway, this was the cover we made during one of the streams. It's made from duck cloth or duck canvas, and this was a canvas that I painted another stream that I did a long time ago. And so I just made that into an art journal cover. I made it removable on purpose so that I could take it off, so I didn't scum up the cover. But when I'm all finished, I don't have to paint the cover. I can just put this on and it's all done. So, you like Muppet's earrings? Muppet is our little mixed breed dog. I've told the story of her. Okay, why is this stuck on? We're now going to remove the wrapper, but it's stuck on. Okay, we got it. Whew. Okay, Muppet is our little mixed breed dog, and I've told her story more than once, and so she deserved to have her portrait done, and she did. I did it for her. This was inspired, this was, like I said, a canvas, and the reason that this became the front of a journal cover is because that came totally from the Marriottier, and I had to follow her lead because I saw her take a canvas and take it off. I think she painted it, and then she took it off the stretcher bars and put it on it, turned it into a journal cover, and I'm like, oh, that is a good idea. I never thought about doing that, so I just ripped that idea straight off from the inspiration from the Marriottier and made it into this instead of another canvas that I have to figure out what to do with, you know. So that's how that came to be. Barbara says she's tried to make cloth covers, but never gets the measurements quite right. It is a challenge. It is a challenge to get the measurements right. I mean, it's a very simple shape, you know. There's nothing to the shape of it, but getting the measurements right is a little tricky. That is for sure. But this is duck cloth, and it's a series of stamps and stencils and some fine line applicator with some pen paint in it and what have you. And anyway, I was trying to make it go with the background from this. So anyway, I like it. So anyway, we're going to take that off, shall we? Yes. So this is Adina Wakely. Hello. Where is my tag? What did I do with my tag? Wait a minute. We're gonna keep this handy because if my camera decides to get all freaky because of a white paper, we're gonna tell it to focus, you freak, right? Okay, we'll just leave it right there. Anyway, this has different kinds of paper in it. Canvas and watercolor paper, and this is duck cloth, I think, or something. They're similar to that. It has burlap. I don't know if these are still even made, but yeah, this is what we're going to do this year, people. This is what we're going to do this year. So if you get tired of art journaling, I'm sorry, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to art journal in this book. We're going to see if we can fill it up, shall we? And I normally don't start with the first page in a book, but we're just going to go for it because it's only an art journal that I've had for probably 2 years. We're just going to go for it and see what happens. Zandra says, yes, you can still get them. She's coming out with a blue jean journal. Oh, that's interesting. A blue jean journal. Hi, Janice. Yeah, a blue jean journal. Okay. All right, so here we go. The first thing we're going to do, I have a whole basket, box, whatever. I'm going to show it to you. Now, this is going to be, I'm going to hold this camera with my hand, so it's going to be like terrible camera work, okay? Telling you that up front. It's going to be terrible camera work. Trying to get it ready for you to see. Okay. So, pardon all the shakiness, but you see that? See that thing right there? That is an entire plastic box. There's the bottom of the box. Chock full of just bits and pieces and scraps and junk. So, we're going to dig out of that. Just pull some stuff out. And we're going to flop it right in here in this journal. And I'm not going to think a whole lot. I'm just going to pull out stuff and put it in here. And I'm being really brave because we're going to put it right on the front page of this journal. Okay, this, what I'm using right here is leftovers from stickers that I did. I have a journal that I write in all the time. I have many volumes of my journals that I write in. And I always start out with doing some little art types of things in my journal. And I don't spend any time thinking about it. And I have found that that's one of the best things that I ever did. In my writing journal, look, I can throw this away now. Because not spending any time worrying about the journal and just putting something in it that's colorful and creative gets me ready for actually writing in my journal. And so one of the things I've discovered, and I've been doing this for probably 2 or 3 years now, one of the things I've discovered is that the less I am worried about what it looks like, the better it comes together. And I have people ask me frequently, what's the purpose of art journaling? And different people have different purposes. I don't have a purpose. I just do it. I just do it. Okay? All right. So, there's that. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I'm just looking for something else to pull out and stick in here. How about, I have some printed deli wrap. These are leftover bits of deli paper, deli wrap, whatever you want to call it. And it really is, for me, it's a really good way to do it, Dawn. So I'm just going to pull some of these out. Most of it's going to be paint. Some of it could be water soluble stuff. I don't know. And we're just going to throw some bits and pieces in here. I do have some water, so I'm going to put some water in my water bucket. And I have just an old cruddy brush. And I'm going to be using golden matte medium because that's what I have at the ready. And so I'm going to just put some water in my old gamey water bucket. I did put gloves in a bottle on before I started. Gloves in a bottle are a skin protectant. It's not as heavy duty as Art Guard, but it is a shielding lotion, and it will help allow stuff like matte medium and paint and stuff like that to come off your skin a little bit more easily. All right, so let's flop some of these on. Flop some of this stuff on here and see what happens, shall we? Sorry, I'm just looking at something on my computer for a second. Okay, back with you. All right, so matte medium. Dampen the brush. Clean up the water you slop. And then I'm just going to put some of this down. I'm going to put some of it over the top of, and while I'm doing this, it's hard for me to watch the chat, so talk amongst yourselves. If you have a question and I don't answer it, ask it again, because it's just that I didn't see it. So I'm just putting some matte medium, which is a glue of sorts. It's also a medium to use with paint, but I'm using it as a glue. And Charlie has now decided that he doesn't want to be in that room any longer, not even one more minute. Okay, so let's put, let's put this one. Yep, you hear him? Oh, he sounds so forlorn. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put some of this matte medium on here. I put a coat down to begin with just because this was sticker paper and I want to make sure that it stays in place, I hope. So let's just put some more of this here and there. And I'm not going to think about it, okay? She says she's not going to think about what she's doing. So we're going to see if we can abide by that rule. Deli wrap or deli paper, if you're not familiar with it, is like the stuff that you get at the deli counter that they wrap your sandwich in. And most of this has been done on a jelly plate. Most of it. or it's paste paper. It's just this and that. This and that and that and this. Alright, so let's take a piece of this. It's going to be really nice to have... Oh, this is the right side. Okay. I was going to paste down the wrong side of it. Not that it would matter. Anyway, I'll stop here in a minute once I get a little bit of this stuff on here, and I'll stop and then see if there's any questions. Oh, let's put this one on. This piece has circles on it. We got a circle thing going here. So we'll just put that one right there. So, not thinking, just doing. Just do, just do. I did find this really cool thing that was in a magazine. You might have seen me pull it out of here. I'll show it to you again. I stuck it in the journal because I thought it would be kind of a fun thing to use on this first page, but I don't know. I may not. I may put it over here on the cover. But I love this. And in fact, I liked it so much I made color copies of it in small sizes so I could use in my writing journal. Let's see, what else? Let's do a little skinny. It's always good to vary your sizes of things, so we're just going to do a little skinny thing. Little skinny strip. And it's nice to have things overlapping. I tend to do things that are grid-like. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. I know Joycey's going to ask me why. She says, you said don't ask why, so I'm going to ask you why, because you said don't ask. I don't know why. It's just, you know. It's kind of like Janet and her rulers. Why? Janet probably knows why. She uses rulers, but I don't know why I do things that way. Okay, let's do something else up here. Up here, because we can. Not thinking, just doing. Let stuff run off the edge of the page. It makes it more interesting. And it's kind of fun that I've got a color scheme going, and I didn't mean to. Didn't mean to have a color scheme going, but it sort of happened. Okay, and let's do one more little something something. See, I knew I'd flush Joycey right out. She would come right out and ask question, make a comment. Yes, she would. Charlie, shut up. You're being obnoxious, buddy. You hear him? Isn't he cute? Isn't he sweet? Anybody want a cat real cheap? Yeah. He was really disgusting earlier today. He has a very sensitive stomach. And any of you that have cats will know exactly what I'm talking about. Bless his little heart. Bless his little heart. Ugh. I would have given him away in a second earlier today. Whoops, don't stick down there. I want you down here. Yeah. He's geriatric, and we just have to make allowances for him, and sometimes it's easier than others to make allowances for him. Okay, so we are going to call that done. That's good enough. Crafty Gal's a ruler person. There you go. You're in good company. There are ruler people in the audience. Yes, there are. Okay, so I'm going to put this away for now. Hi, Dana. It's Siamese, mewing, Siamese style. That is a good way to say that, Dana. Siamese style. He definitely has his own style. Okay. So there is what we have so far. It's all right. It's not too bad. Let's dry it a little bit. So those of you watching the recording, this would be a good time to fast forward. Those of you in the live audience have to put up with it, unfortunately. Hey, Jamie. Jamie says she has lots of rulers, but she's the ruler in her studio. She is the ruler in her studio. You're the boss of your studio, huh, Jamie? All right, let's see if we can force this to get dry a little bit, shall we? Okay, so let's turn it over and let's dry it from the other side. There's nothing over here, so we can get away with that. If there is something that you would like to see used in an art journal, feel free to communicate with me via social media, or you can put it in the chat here. I may or may not see it here. I'm not super active on Facebook. I push messages out on Facebook, but I don't spend much time there at all. Personally communicating. So we do have a private Facebook group with How to Get Creative, and I'm not great at New Year's resolutions, but I'm going to make one, and that is to be more active in my Facebook group. We'll see how well I do with that. Marion needs a boss for her studio, one that cleans. There you go. Good luck with that. Usually bosses tell you to clean. Yep. I don't know what this paper is. If it's watercolor paper, it doesn't act like watercolor paper. It's warping. But you know what? We don't care. Can you see how it's warping? You see that? We don't care. We're just going to go with it. By the time something gets on the other side of it, it'll probably be okay. And before this is over with, this whole journal is probably going to be very alligator-mouthed. Unless I pull some pages out of it, but I probably won't. I'm probably just going to let it, I'm just going to let it be as it wants to be. Now, we all have our pet peeves, right? We all have our things that drive us nuts. This is one of mine. This is one of mine. Yeah, some people like those. I don't. So, you know what? I'm the boss of my edges. So I just whack those right off. Some people like them. Some people glue them around to the other page, the other side of the page, which would be a good thing to do, but I didn't think of it in time. And so I just cut them off. So I just cut them off. Okay, so there's that. Actually, I like the colors of it the way it is. I like the colors. So let's go with it, and let's put some stencils on it. shall we? Because we can. This is a stencil from Stencil Girl Products. I believe it's a Seth Apter one. It looks like his style. I believe it is, but I'm not totally certain. Dorothy's cleaner only cleans if she moves things for her because she's scared of spoiling something. There you go. Maybe that's a way to get out of cleaning, huh? Okay, so these are for ATCs. That's what they're sized for, but you don't have to use them for ATCs. So this is a paper palette. It's got leftover paint on it. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to put paint on top of what's here. I got out some Seth Apter paints that I had in my paint stuff because I have not used them. Whoops, these are not the ones I was going to use. These are the ones I was going to use. Hi, Mark. Ah, thanks, Mark. So these are colors I had that I thought I would use. Some are olive, I don't know. There's Spanish Mulberry, Blue Lagoon, Glacier Ice, and Butter. These are from Paper Artsy. I have never used them that I can recall. And so let's use a little bit of them, shall we? These are a chalk finish. And they're supposed to be really nice. You're supposed to be able to write on top of them with anything without clogging things up. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hi, Tanya. Welcome, welcome. I thought that was right, Amber, but you know, I've slept since then, so that's always a problem. It's always a problem. It's always a problem. When you sleep, you forget stuff. Sometimes I go back and watch my own videos to remember what it was I said. Any of you guys do that? Okay, let me get some sponges, makeup sponges. So these are just little cruddy makeup sponges. Some people use these and then throw them away. I use them and wash them. I can't see, for me, I don't see the logic in throwing them away when I can rinse them out and use them again. So, there you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use this one because we kind of got a circle thing going on. So I'm going to use this one right here that has circle things. Maybe I'll use some other ones. I don't know, but let's go for it. Let's use some, I don't know. We'll just get something and just go for it. I don't know. Who knows? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just do it. It's only paper and paint, right? Only paper and paint. I do like this color. Nice color. Okay, so we have a little bit of that going on. A little bit of dottage going on. I don't know, honestly don't know if they feel chalky yet because I don't, at the moment they just react like regular acrylic paints. Maybe somebody else who's used them will really know more than I do. I'm just kind of trying it out. Okay, so let's flip this over to another page and let's just clean off the stencil. It's always good to get a head start on another page. So I'm just going to clean off that stencil on the next page. Okay, let's do another one. How about, let's do this one. It's a contrast shape, so let's do that one. And let's do this butter yellow. Butter, is that the color? Butter. Scoot this over so you can see a little bit more. All right, so let's do some butter. Because after all, we made all those sweet petals, you know what I mean? Oh, this reminds me too much of Titan Buff. Those of you that know me in Titan Buff will understand the reference. Yeah, it's not my favorite color, but that's all right. Sometimes we have to use colors that aren't our favorite colors. Do any of you watch Project Runway? I always get tickled at the way some of them behave. Last night, the episode I was watching, they were doing, they'd gone to Goodwill, and they had to source all their stuff from Goodwill. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, really. It did better than I thought I would with that. So there were a couple of guys that were very miffed about the fact that they were having to source materials from Goodwill. Very upset by that. I just thought that was terrible. They ended up making some really cool garments, though. Okay, clean off the stencil a little bit, which you probably can't see, but I did. Okay, so we got that. Let's use one more. Actually, this is, look, do you guys like this? I like this. I like this. Yeah, I like this. You know, here's the thing. I don't know about you guys. Those of you that do a lot of art journaling, you'll have to chime in here. I can do something like this and be perfectly happy with it just exactly the way it is and not have to put another thing on it. Not a focal image, not a nothing. I'm fine with it just the way it is and go, I like that. Are any of you like that? Titan Buff, it's Titan, T-I-T-A-N, Titan Buff. It's a color by Golden Fluid Acrylics, and it's this pukey off-white color. That's my opinion. Yeah. Anyway. So let's do one. I don't know if I want to do one more. I don't think I want to do one more, actually. I was thinking I'd do one more stencil, but I don't think I want to. So we'll just set that stencil aside. And I have all this paint left. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this paint. We're going to put this paint in this journal. So I'm just going to flip over and put a little. It's always easier for me, and I don't know about you guys, but it's always easier for me if there's something down there when I go to start the next page. Rather than just having it be a white page. Oh, let's stick some of it on this. On the burlap. Now I'm not using much paint, really, so I don't think it'll go through to the next page, but if it does, it doesn't matter. We can just use all this up. But that'll kind of stain that burlap a little bit. That's good. Okay. Marion doesn't remember Tight and Buff because she's married to Loose and Flabby. There you go. No comment. No comment. All right, let me put my paints away here. That was good, Mary. That was good. Okay. So I like this page as it is at the moment. What do you think we should do next? We'll take a vote. What do you guys think? I'm not saying I'm going to do what you tell me, but I want to hear what you have to say. Tell me what you think. He was 50. It was Tight and Buff 50 years ago. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. Okay, let's give this a little shot of heat while I think a moment. I love how this is looking, you guys. It is really wet. Whew. It is a wet page. Stamping. CB thinks we should do stamping. I do have some Seth stamps out here, so we might just do that. Because I like the Seth stamps, and they're kind of grungy looking. It would work with this. So we'll do that. What do you think? What color ink do you think? Should we do black? I think black. What do you think? Oh, Lena says black stripes with a ruler and a Sharpie. A ruler? I don't have a ruler. I'd have to go down and see Janet to get a ruler. Sorry, I'm scrolling back in the chat just to see who I missed. If I missed anybody, I apologize. I apologize. Hey, Joan. I'm so glad you all are here. I'm glad to be able to spend time with you today. We're going to wrap up here in just a few minutes. Use stamps. Okay, we'll do stamps. We'll do some stamps. Now they're not, because the surface is uneven, we're not going to get real crisp images. That's okay. That is a-okay, right? I love how this looks. Do you guys like how that looks? That's all a bunch of scraps from my scrap bin, you guys. Yeah, it's just from the scrap bin. And I don't rip these sheets. This is a disposable palette. I don't take these sheets off every single time. I just put, because like this is, you know, this is dried up paint. I just keep using them until there's no space left, or until the paint starts pulling up other bits of paint off the palette. So I just stick it back on the shelf just to keep cat feet from walking through it. Sheila's lurking, but she says stamps. Inca Gold. Hi, Ray. All kinds of ideas going on here. Hi, Vicky. Black. Mark votes for black. Okay. I think we're going to do black. And I'm going to use these stamps that I have from Seth because I got them out here. I got them out here and I like them, and so we're going to use these. What do you say? I think these will be good. Let's do this. And these are good stamps to use for starting something new. Now, I'm not saying that these are going to be super black, because who knows how great my stamp pads are. Yep, I could use it in a collage, couldn't I? Could peel off those paint things and use them in a collage. I could. Whew, those are stinky stamps. My goodness. Okay, these are meant to stick on a block, but we're not going to use them that way. We're just gonna use them freestyle. Okay, we're going to use 3 out of the 4. So our choices are Inside, Change, Brave, and Choice. Okay. I'm going to opt to leave Inside out of the mix, and I'm going to use the others. We're just going to use 3 of them. And we'll try these. I have 2 black ink pads, which may or may not be inked. So let's... I have my writing journal here. We're going to stamp them in that first. This is my current writing journal, and so you can see I do little bits of art and images and so forth. That's how I start my writing. This journal is more about writing than it is anything else, but the little bits of art and creativity that I put in it helps get me ready for whatever I'm going to do. Gets me calmed down and centered, and we have a newspaper. I guess you guys know that. Comes out every day. There's no charge for it. And there was an article that the paper that we published in the paper that was talking, the phrase that was used in it was write yourself clear. And that is what I do. I write myself clear in this journal. I have many volumes of this journal, of these writing journals. Okay, all I'm trying to do is just get some ink on these stamps. Since they're brand spanking new. Okay, so that's what they look like. Now, stamping's not great, but that's what they look like. That's what I was after, just to get them started. So we did. Okay, now those of you who are picky about this stuff, don't look, Ethel, don't look. Because we're just going to go for it, and however they stamp is however they stamp. Okay, here we go. That's right, APG. Spank those stamps. Probably wouldn't be approved by some people. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, let's go for the next one. Probably should have dried this more. I'm going to have to let this sit before I finish up the page because it's really damp. So I will finish up the page and then take a picture of it, or you'll be able to see it next week because I'm coming back next week. All right, so let's stick this one on here, kind of let it hang off the page. Hopefully it's right side up. Might be, might not. It's not, it's upside down. Change. Gotta change. Gotta change. Those of you who are perfectionists, that will drive you crazy bananas. I think it's funny, personally. There's something amusing about having that upside down. Removes that perfectionist tendency that I have struggled with all of my life. All right, so I'm just putting some black ink around the edge of the page just to kind of Give it a little something something. And so when I get finished with this page, I will come back and probably color in the letters and so forth. I can stand on my head. Yeah, stand on my head and look at it the other way. I think that's funny. I think that's really funny. Any hoot. So we're going to challenge my my tendency toward perfectionism and see if I can leave it there. If not, I'll have to stamp it on something else and paste it over the top of that. What do you think? You guys can take bets on whether that stays upside down or not. Let's make it stay upside down, shall we? Okay. So with that being said, I'll show it to you from a distance. Show you the page from a distance, so you can see what it looks like from a distance. Actually, I really like it. What do you think? You guys like it? I think I like it. So I will finish this up after it gets good and dry, and I can come in and do probably some pen work and that kind of thing. And then I'll take a picture of it, put it on my blog. Do you guys know I have a blog? Sadly neglected little blog. It's another one of those things that has to get attended to, shall we say, this year. All right, I suppose it's time for us to drag out said sponsors. You guys like it? Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. We'll see what happens next week. Because our goal this year is to fill up that book, and we just did page 1. You think we can do it? You think we can fill her up? I'm just setting up the sponsor cam here because, you know, they don't know how to act if they don't have their own camera. Yeah. Hey, Krissa. Oh, good for you. Krissa has her own YouTube channel. Good for you. That's wonderful. Krissa is in Greece. Whoops. Almost dumped. I hope Race isn't here. I almost dumped a container of water on my table. That would be so bad. He would be telling me, see, that's why we don't have containers of water on the table. Hopefully he's gone. Oh, how do they get the newspaper? You go to HowToGetCreative.com, and up in the upper right-hand corner, upper menu bar at the top, it says News. I believe it says News. And you just click there and sign up. Thank you, Clausman. Ooh, that coffee is cold. Let me tell you a story about this. Can you see that little bit in that coffee cup? You know why I have to save that? Because Chance, who's getting ready to come out here in a minute, likes coffee. And he hadn't been here very long, and I had a cup of coffee on my table. I came in here from being somewhere else. I came in here and sat down. Oh, just in time to see him get his paw, which we all know where those paws are, litter box. And down went his paw, and then he scooped out the coffee out of the bottom and was licking it off his paw. So now I just make sure he has his own little bit of coffee. Oh my goodness. Was it a terrible day in there? Was it terrible? Well, come here. Come here, you coffee drinker. Yeah. So he will turn the trash over in order to lay down here. Lay down so they can see you. They can see your pretty face. He will turn the trash over so that he can get the last little swig out of the coffee cup. Yeah, it's true. This is the coffee drinking culprit. He also likes smoothies. I came in here one day and I had a smoothie that I was finishing. Wasn't quite done with it, and the rim of the glass, about probably that far down, maybe 3 inches down, was the whole inside of the glass was very, very clean. Come here. Where are you? Oh, cat herding is a real problem at the moment. Chance is gone. Charlie wants up. Cat wrangling 101. This is Charlie. Oh, and he's apparently done too. Okay. I guess you have had the cat sightings. I guess you've had all that you're going to get today. They're not going to perform. Yeah, so Charlie, our Chance, had cleaned out my entire glass down as far as his tongue could go, my smoothie glass. So, yeah. Lesson is don't leave anything unattended around these guys. Yeah. Anyway. That was, sorry. I don't know. Usually they come right over here and sit down and lay down in front of the camera. Are you going to get up here? Well, come here. I told you it was time for you to get up here. It was your time. Yes, it was your time. Look. Look, it's your time to be here for the world, you toothless sponsor. This is one of the toothless sponsors. Yes, it is. He has 3 teeth in his head, and that's all. 3 teeth, that's all. Anyway. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to take off for today. And thank you all for coming. I will be here next Friday. If everything goes well, I will blast it out on social media. If all is looking like I'm going to stream. And hopefully we will next Friday. 2 p.m. Eastern. The streams will be shorter, but they will be more frequent. That is, where's my camera? That's the plan. Okay, so we're going to go. Thank you for being here. And remember to get creative today, because you know it's easy. VIP members, your class is tomorrow. Your email will go out later. The rest of you who are not members at How to Get Creative, come on over and check us out. And I will see you next week. Bye, everybody. Yes, Charlie, we hear you. Charlie says goodbye. Bye, everybody.